So if you download this movie, and depending on whether you're Chrome, Mac, or PC, it'll look differently. And the movie just shows a little dog running. So the idea is to try and find out how fast this little dog is running. Now, in Google Classroom, didn't mean to show that one. In Google Classroom, you can pull up a link that says video analysis. And I just want to double check our waiting room here. It's a pretty big class, so okay, good. So once again, in Google Classroom, we want to take a look at the link that says there is a link up at the top that has a link for video analysis, using video analysis. And so under video analysis link, go ahead and click that, and you'll be able to install. You'll get a different screen than what I have because I've already installed it, but you'll get a prompt to install this. And the basic idea is that we can take a look at video and do some measurements with it. So since I've already downloaded the file, I can go ahead to choose file. And then the name of the movie is called Track Star Motion. So I'm going to open that up. And then I can play the video, see what it looks like. It's pretty simple, just a little dog running. But in this class, we're going to be creating our own videos and conducting measurements. There you go. I just had to go back and make sure I was admitting everybody. Okay, so here's how we do measurements. First of all, what a video actually is composed of is lots and lots of still pictures that are all woven together so that when you play it, it shows them rapid fire one after the other. And what we can do then is take each one of these little dots on each picture, they're called pixels, and we can assign them a scale. So if I click on System down here, and again, if you have the chance to do this at the same time that I'm talking about it, because and flipping back and forth between tabs, that's great, but also I'm recording it, so if you want to go back and play it again later, you can. All right, so what I've done is I clicked on the two ends of this stick that appear in the video. And this is telling me that the distance between these two dots is 423 pixels. But I also know that that is a distance. It's 8 feet. I'm going to just use the abbreviation FT. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you could call it anything. I could call it, I don't know, rocks. And it's still going to work. But I'm just going to go with feet. And then the other thing we can do is we can describe a starting point. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to take our starting point, or origin is another way. That's what the math people call it. And I'm going to place it right at the beginning of the board. And so that's all the setup I need to do. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the video. Right, so a little dog just runs by. So what I can do is I'm going to move, I can control the video. Look, it's going to run backward. Nice. And right now he's going full speed. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to start adding points. So I'm going to click on add. And I don't know if you can see, but he's got a little jersey on here. So I'm going to click on this jersey. And then you can see he's moving. Every time I click on a spot, it advances to the next frame. Now, while I'm clicking on this, you can see that there's a graph that's over here. And you don't have to really click on every single frame. I could move ahead a little bit.
You're like... I can't talk, but...
It's okay. You know, just jump in if you have a question.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, well, everything's frozen. I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah, you know, this is... So my connection looks okay. I can see people moving. But we'll just be patient. Like I said, I'm recording this, so I'll post it on Google Classroom. So Pluto's just about done with his run. And you can see not only do I have a graph happening over here, but I also have a bunch of data coming across. Now, in this coordinate system, the up and down is Y, but Pluto's actually really just moving from left to right. So I don't have to pay attention to the Y part of the motion. So I'm going to click on the Y and turn it off, like that. And what I'm looking for is what is Pluto's top speed, and then convert it into miles per hour. And that's it. So we're all done. So I'd like you to try and demonstrate this and then just send me an email that shows that you figured out what Pluto's top speed is. And the units you're going to get for an answer, it will be in this chart over here. And the units that you get are going to be in feet per second. And then you can just use that online converter to convert it to feet per second to miles per hour. And that's it. That's what I wanted to do in this lesson. I wanted to take it easy because it's our first time doing this, but I wanted to also make sure I get a good idea of attendance. So just hang on while I stop recording. And
is it okay if I leave and rejoin because it's like bugging?
Yeah, that's fine. And like I said, I'm going to stop recording and then I'm going to post, because that's it. This is the only thing I want you to do today. So I'm going to stop recording.